honesty. No one likes lies, but unfortunately, being dishonest with others and ourselves is sometimes easier than telling the truth. It doesn't need to be that way. Learning to be honest and eliminating the need for lies can help to clean up your conscience and your relationships. You don't have to lie if you feel good about yourself. Surround yourself with caring, understanding people who will respect you for who you are. Do things that give you pleasure and that make you feel proud of yourself. Positivity. When we think of the word positive, most of us probably think happy. However, happiness isn't the only type of positivity. There are many ways to be more positive in your life. Even when you are experiencing sadness, anger, or challenges. Research suggests that we have powerful capabilities to choose positive emotions and ways of thinking. Many of our experiences in life are the result of how we interpret and respond to our surroundings. Fortunately, rather than repressing or trying to get rid of negative feelings, we can choose to embrace and respond to them differently. Always wearing smile on the face. Do you want to be the person who walks into the room and light it up with your smile? Smiling seems to come more naturally to some people than others, but like any habit, it gets much easier with practice. Smiling raises your spirits and makes other people happy as well. It's a very powerful expression. Time management. We've all heard the complaints that there just aren't enough hours in the day to accomplish everything that needs to get done. The few basic organizational and time management skills can help you maximize the time you do have. The first step is keep track of the daily activities. Monitor what you do on a daily basis and make a note of how much time you spend doing it. And the second step is consider adjustments. Now that you know exactly where and to what your time goes, start making activity adjustments to your schedule. Make sure you identify areas that can't or shouldn't be reduced simply for time concerns. The third one is change your habits and norms. For example, if you're spending too much time cleaning your house or cooking your meals, considering hiring domestic help like a maid or a cook. Kindness. Being kind is an important way of bringing meaning to our own lives. It also brings joy to the lives of others around us. Being kind allows us to communicate better, be more compassionate, and also to be the positive force in people's lives. You can care for others genuinely and learn kindness from others. Courage. Courage is considered by many to be one of the most important human virtues. In fact, in medieval times, it was considered one of the 4 cardinal virtues, and modern psychologists agree. Learning how to be courageous, even if it is just to ask out that person you've had your eyes on for so long, doesn't mean not being afraid. It means learning to do things despite your fear. And you can follow the step. The first one is embrace your fear, and try not to hesitate. And then get outside your comfort zone. The last one is build confidence. Justice. Bullying can take many forms. but all forms of bullying cause harm. That is why it is important to put a stop to bullying. If you are being bullied, then there are things you can do to deal with the bully. You can walk away, tell someone so bully will stop, look the bully in the eye and tell him or her to stop. Take immediate action to someone who is bullied, and separate the bully and the person being bullied. Introspection means having self-reflection. In this extremely fast-paced world, millions forget how to live for themselves and others. When one does, they live wrongly for themselves and accidentally and act selfishly towards others. Self-reflection is about taking time to think about your life and your purpose, as well as your place in the world. It's about questioning the choices you've made, to check now and then that you're still living true to your own values. Strong. Being strong is not just about being physically strong. When faced with difficult circumstances, some people falter and spiral towards self-destruction, while others survive and even thrive once the storm has passed. No one is completely immune to adversity, but some people seem to be better able to cope with and recover from even the most strenuous conditions. Independence. Being independent is a vital skill for people who want to take more control of their lives and feel like they don't need others to accomplish their goals. Being more independent will give you the freedom to do what you want without carrying others. Study shows that the more independent the person is, the happier he or she feels. Be real. There are 4 parts in this topic. Understand what authenticity means. Psychologists define authenticity as manifestations of the person's true self in their everyday lives. Basically, it means that your core self is reflected in what you believe, say, and do every day. People who are real accept themselves and all of their strengths as well as their weaknesses. They behave in ways that align with their values and avoid behaviors that do not fit neatly with their values. The second one, evaluate your self-talk. Self-awareness means to listen to yourself, think not only about what you say and do in the world, but also what you say to yourself. How do you talk to yourself? What's going on in your mind? Or are you generous with yourself and try to focus on the positive and move forward from mistakes? The third one, become more aware of your feelings. Our feelings and emotions are our spontaneous reactions to our life experiences. Not everyone likes tuning into or thinking about their feelings, but it is the useful exercise because it tells you what you like and dislike, what makes you happy, sad, uncomfortable, anxious, and so on. The last part is redefine your values. Keep in mind that being real is constantly evolving process. Life changes, and so will your values. You are not the same person at 20 years old as you are at 10. Over the years, you will likely suffer from cognitive dissonance, a psychological term that refers to the stress or discomfort. Being real is a constant process of definition of yourself and who you want to be.
Taking responsibility. We all have done things that we are ashamed of. How do we deal with them so we don't have to feel guilty forever? Think about someone you love that did something mean to you when you were never angry. Maybe you were in an argument and you called them a nasty name. Do you want them to feel guilty about that forever? Or do you want them to accept forgiveness and be happy? If you love them to probably want to be happy. Accept the fact that we cannot change the past. We can only change the future. Learn from our mistakes. We did not control our action and it hurt people. Now we would like to control our action in the future because we don't want to hurt people like we did in the past. Accept the fact that we all make mistakes every day. Some mistakes are small, some are big. Decide whether it is a good idea to make reparation. Should we go back and apologize to people? Should we go back and repay people for their losses? The answer is usually yes, we should make reparations, unless it would do more harm than good. Always have a plan. Plan their work, then play. One of the characteristics of life is that it is constantly changing. When you are feeling adrift or simply want to figure out what your priorities are, you may want to consider writing a life plan. Consider what roles you play in the present. Each day we play different roles or give ourselves different labels through our actions. These roles can include things like daughter, painter, student, girlfriend, love of cheese, and so on. Think about the roles that you want to play in your future.